SBI is requested, the SBI is mandated to disclose information when demand has to be, what has to be analyzed is whether SBI is justified in seeking an extension of time. Next. SBI seeks open inverted commas complete. It's a complex and time-consuming exercise. Full stop. To substantiate this argument, next line, A, information is not available in a digital format. Yeah, the line 1.2 of the standard operating procedure regarding the sale and redemption of electoral bonds stipulates that, into invert commas, no details of bond purchaser, including KYC and other details, will be entered in the core banking system, into invert commas complete. Thus, the details and recipient details are These seal covers were deposited in the main branch of SBI in Mumbai at the end of each phase of the electoral bonds. Stop. The information on the redemption of a branch, semicolon, C, matching of information in the two silos is a time-consuming process. Underline colon. The matching of the information on the purchase and redemption of electoral bonds, redemption information, is maintained in two distinct silos. There is a large number of data sets to decipher, underline. A total of 22,000 odd, 12 April 2019 and 15 February 2024. Full stop. This would cumulatively add up to 44,434. The compilation of this information would be a time-consuming process. Full stop. Next main para. The crux of the submission of the SBI is that the matching of information to ascertain in two separate silos. Full stop. Now, the operative directions which have been issued by this court, as reproduced earlier, the operative directions of this court set out in direction B and direction C, extracted above. Full stop. SBI submits in its application itself that the donor details and redemption details are available, albeit in separate silos. Full stop. In other words, they require SBI to disclose information which is already available to it. FAQs on electoral bonds published by the SBI, which states that the Know Your Customer documents must be submitted by the purchaser each time that the bond is purchased, irrespective of whether the purchaser has a KYC verified SBI account. Full stop. This वहाँ फुटनोट दे दीजिए और उसको FAQ क्वेश्चन नंबर 16 जजमेंट से मैं आपको बाद में बताता हूँ कहाँ से लेना है आपको. That is one into brackets. The electoral bond application form, KYC document, can only be used to purchase one electoral bond. Full stop. Contributors who have an SBI account, as well as those who do not, customer documentation and proof of payment through NEFT, check or demand draft. Full stop. Thus, the details of the electoral bonds which have been purchased are readily available. Next. The FAQ, similarly, on electoral bonds published by the SBI with respect to the redemption can only open one current account for electoral bond redemption. Full stop. The current account could be opened in Chennai, Kolkata. Stop.
There are 29, factually, nothing turns on that.
All right.
There are
29
designated branches.
29 designated branches.
Yes, all over the country, not in these four.
Political parties' encashment would be clearly accessible. Stop. And other details would have to be, submitted to the main branch. Full stop. Followed. Full stop. Together with information which was directed to be disclosed by, because of the unique number which is printed on the, irrespective of whether the unique identification number, the submissions of SBI in the application indicate that the information which has been directed to be disclosed by the court is readily available. Next. So business hours, 15 March by 5 p.m. on 15 March 2024. Full stop. During the pendency of the proceedings before the Constitution Bench, ECI had, in compliance with the interim orders passed by this court, filed its statements which have been maintained in the custody of the court. Full stop. Copies of the statements which were filed by ECI before this court would be maintained in the office of the ECI. Fourth, publish the details of the information. Full stop. The miscellaneous application. The non-complication which was submitted for extension of time, we place SBI on notice that this court may be inclined to proceed against it for willful disobedience of the judgment if SBI does not comply with the directions of this court as set out in its judgment dated 2024 by the timelines indicated in this order. Full stop. Contempt petitions shall stand disposed of at this stage in the above terms.
My lord, I just want to say one thing, my lord, because I don't want tomorrow to be again at the end of Mr. Prashant Bhushan's contempt.